Alright, and welcome. In this video I will be explaining to you how to add newly purchased products. Let's say you just went to the market to buy some goods from the market. They are newly purchased products and you want to add it to the system, or supplier supply you goods and you want to add it into the system. This is how to do it in Bims application. So navigate to purchase right here. Once you have logged in as an admin or as an inventory manager, navigate to purchase. You can see immediately I click this, it drops down. So under purchase we now have this list. So what we are going to be making use of here is add purchase. Click on this add purchase right here. So this is the add purchase screen. This is where you add your purchase, your product, your purchase. Anytime you go to the market or anytime supplier supply you goods, this is where you add it. So the first thing you have to do is to search for your supplier name, which is very important, or you can use a default name like supplier, default supplier or anything. So in my own case, let me just search for, if you have added the supplier name before, you just need to search for the so that particular supplier name. You can see we have a list of supplier name that I've already added. I can just use supplier A or anything like that in case you went to the market to go and buy it. But if you are adding it for the first time, you can just click on this blue plus button right here. Immediately you click on the blue plus button, you are going to click on business. You know it's business to business. Then you are going to put what's the name of the supplier, from so company, from suppliers Mr. Supplier Company or something like that. Mr. Supplier Company, I believe you understand. That's in business name, for instance. Then you put their phone number here if you have it, and if you don't have it, just put any number there. So you can see it's right there. So that's how to add it. Just put only the business name and the mobile number is okay. If you have their email, you can put it, then click on save. So immediately you do that, you can see this is just the name that we just added right now. This is the name of the supplier, the name of the company that supplier owns the goods. So next time that we want to add them, we don't need to come here, you don't need to navigate to this blue button again to add them. All we need to do now is to just search for their name, Mr. Supplier, and you see that the system will suggest it for us. So you can see that the name is already showing. You just need to click on it, bam, and it will be showing right here. So we've done that already. The next thing you have to do is to select this purchase status. If you have your invoice number, this under this reference number, kindly put it here. You can see we have invoice, but if you do not, if you not put anything there, you can leave it blank as well. If you leave empty to auto generate, you can see the system is telling you leave empty to auto generate. The system will generate that for you. Another thing is that you can click on this purchase status. This is the third thing to do, the purchase status, which is very important. You know you've went to the market to buy those goods, so switch this one to received. Switch it to received. So once it's on received, that means they've already brought the goods. They've already brought it for you. But if you want to order it, just click on order. There's a specific video on purchase order, but this one I'm focusing on. They've already supplied the goods to you, and you want to input it into the system as an inventory manager or admin, or you went to the market yourself to buy it and you want to input it into the system. So always use received. Don't forget received under purchase status. That's that. Then the third thing you have to do here is to put business location. Which store? You know you can have more than multiple locations. Your business might have locations in Lagos, in different places. So just select the location you are adding it to. In my own case, I'm adding it to this particular location, office store 1. So that is that. Now once you have done that, the next thing now is to be adding your product. Don't forget I mentioned supplier, this place. I mentioned maybe your invoice number, and you can leave it blank. I mentioned purchase status, which is received. Then I mentioned your business location. Those are the most important places that you must not omit. So you can check these things out there if this one is for another thing entirely. But the most important thing now, the next thing is to add the product. Let's say we went to the market and we bought aboniki. I'll just search for aboniki, bam, So you can see I'll just be searching for the name, or you scan it, or you scan the, you know, the scanner number will always be the same for a particular product. If you buy new aboniki, you can just scan it, and once you scan it, why this place is blinking like this, you have to click it first. Why it is blinking like this, then you pick your scanner to scan, then automatically it will bring the product out if it is already in the system, and if it has already been scanned into the system, so it will show it straight up. So that is that. So you click again, you scan, or you search for another product. Let's say we are this time around we are adding Fab biscuits. Fab biscuits, you can see it, we have, okay, there is no Fab biscuit. This is another product that is right here. So this is another product. So that's how you are going to be searching, or you are going to be picking all the product that you went to the market to buy, one after the other. We've already entered 2 right now, so we can enter as much as possible. Paracetamol, let me, for instance, so you can see we have the 3rd one now. So that is that. If it is pack that you buy, like this case of paracetamol now, let's say it's not pieces, you can see we have paracetamol pieces, we have paracetamol pack. So you can pick paracetamol pack. You can see the price has changed automatically to pack. We would have set all these things. There is a dedicated video that talks about that on our YouTube channel, on how to set prices in both pieces and pack. So you can go and watch that. So, but for pieces, you can just use this directly if you are selling anything individually. So, or if you are selling it individually. So that is that. Now another most important part is that you have to change how many do you buy from the market. If it is 50 pieces, change this quantity aspect to 50. Do you get it? If you buy 20 of this, put 20. Are you getting it? So, and if it is carton, you can always change the carton. You can see we have pack, we have a lot of things here. You can, if it is 20 pack, you can change it to 20 pack and all that. So that is that. Another thing is, after inputting the quantity, you have to check the purchase price. You know, if it was 800 naira before you bought it last time, but this time around the price has increased to 900, what you need to do is to change this place and change it to 900. You need to change it to 900. And the selling price now, the selling price is always at the front right here. You can see the selling price here, unit selling price. If it was 1,500 before, but because the price has changed, you cannot change it to maybe 1,600. That's the new price. I believe you are getting that. So don't forget the quantity, the purchase price, which is this place, then the new selling price, the new purchase price, the new selling price. If the price is still the same as the last time that you bought it, you can just leave it for the purchase price and selling price. I believe you understand that. Then if tax is included, you can just include your tax here. And so we have a VAT right there. That's 7.5. That is if you are using tax in your own business. But if you are not using it, just leave that one like that. Then another most important thing is this lot number. Okay, then what is lot number? What lot number is the same thing as batch number. You know, we can have batch A, batch B. Let's say you bought some goods by January. Now the first good that you go and buy in January this year, you can name those ones batch A. So if you go the second time to the market, or the supplier supply you go second time in that same January, you can name it batch B January, batch A January, batch B January, or something like that, or batch A January 2025, batch B January 2025, batch C January 2020, like that. So in my own case, I can name this one batch I can name this one batch batch A May 2026, or I put 2020. Yeah, can you see it? Batch A May 2026. So and I will do the same thing for all my this thing. I can just copy and keep on pasting. Control C, then I put Control V to paste, Control V to paste, like that. Do you get the point? So that we know that all these ones, they are group. So in case you are wondering what's the meaning of batch, you can see it right here, a lot number or batch number. So it's the same thing. Lot number or batch number is a unique identification code assigned to a specific group of product manufactured or processed together under the same condition, such as production date, time, and location. Can you see it right there? So that's the meaning of lot number is the same thing as batch number. So to continue with what I'm doing, so that is that. So you can see everything that we just bought now, the total amount is 58,200. So what you need to do now is to add your payments. So after you have added all the products that you just went to the market to go and buy, after you have added it here, or all the product that particular supplier supply you, after you have added it here, the next thing now is to add your payments. So you have to check, you have to scroll down, then in the downside you are going to see something like add payment right here. This add payment, what you are going to use it to do is that you check the purchase total. The purchase total right here is 58,200. in your own case it will be more than that. So any price that you see here, if you have paid in full, you just put the amount that if you have already paid 58,200, see what will happen. 58,200 is telling us that payment due, you can see my mouse, payment due right here is 0 naira 0 kobo. That means we are not owing that particular supplier any amount of money. Are you getting it? But if you have not paid, if you have paid part payment out of this 58,200, just put, let's say we've paid 40,000 out of it. So I'll put 40,000 right here. You can see the system is telling us that okay, we are still owing that particular supplier 18,200. That is if you paid part payment, that's partial payment. But if you have not paid at all and you are not ready to pay yet to that, you buy it on credit from that supplier, just put 0 here. Are you getting it? So the system will be telling us that okay, we are still owing this particular customer, this particular supplier 58,200. That means we have not even paid for the goods at all. I believe you understand. But in my own case, to show you for this tutorial, let me just do as if okay, we've actually paid parts payment of this. I'll put 40,000 here. Meanwhile, I know that what we actually bought is 58,200. I believe you understand that. So the payment method now, if I paid by cash, I can put by cash. If I paid by bank transfer, I can put bank transfer like that. So in my own case, I can put cash right here. I believe you understand that. So and in case if you maybe the price is actually 58,200 and you pay excess to the supplier. So let's say you can see if it is 58,200, let's say I now transfer 60,000 naira to the supplier, this which means we still have money. I get it. It means you can see minus 1,000. This minus 1,800 means advance. That is advance payment. Are you getting it? It means the supplier himself is owing us some money. Are you getting it? So but in that, I know you are not going to be needing that most important most time. So what you actually need is, let's just pick cash and we put we've paid 40,000 out of 58,200, and the system is telling us we have to balance the person 18,000, the supplier 18,200. I believe you can get that. So that is just it. In case you want to add payment note, you can add it here, then click on save. Don't forget we added 40,000 instead of 58,200, so it will be part payment, it will be partial payment. Once I click on save like this, let's see what will happen. So if the system will tell us if we have paid the full payment or partial payment, or we are still in. Can you see what happened right there? Immediately you click on save, it will take you to this list purchase where all the purchases that you have been adding for this year will be showing. You can see under this filter right here, we are in this year under this filter. So you can also check for last year if you want under this filter, but we are presently on this year. So I will close the filter. The one we just added right now, this is its partial payment. So let's say we are now ready now to balance the remaining money. Don't forget we are owing this particular supplier 18,200 because we paid 40,000 out of 50,200. So when we are now ready to balance up to the supplier, all we need to do is to click on this action right here. Once you click on the action, you are now going to click on add payment. So once you click on this add payment, we will now you can see the system has already captured the amount we are paying. So if you want to pay pay part of this 18,200, you are not ready to pay the whole stuff, just edit it and put maybe 15,000. It will still remain 2,200 to pay. But if you are ready to pay the whole stuff, just leave it at 18,200 and click on save. See what will happen now. That partial payment now will now be resolved to, it will now be changed to paid, because we have now balanced the supplier. We are not owing the supplier any money again. Can you see it? You can say payment due is 0 naira 0 kobo. So we are not owing that particular customer any money, that particular supplier any money again. So this is the correct way of how to add your newly purchased product. Anytime that you buy product from the market, or anytime supplier supply your business goods and you want to input it into the system, this is the right way of adding it into Bims software. Thank you, and see you in the next video.